the 8 demonic spirits behind narcissism. Number 1 is the enchantress, a spirit that encourages desire for power and influence through seductive means. This is the Jezebel spirit, okay? Number 2 is the green-eyed monster. Green-eyed monster, the spirit creates envy, making people unhappy, and always wanting more. There's the spirit of envy, jealousy, and the spirit of greed. I got these from Dinesh Bashar. He did a short on these, and I was just going a little bit more in depth on my perspective of it. But I did a podcast on this earlier in the past, but I wanted to do it again just to shed a little more light on it because I think there's a lot of new subscribers. So. Number 3 is the fog of chaos, causing confusion and uncertainty. The spirit blinds narcissists to the harm they cause. And so this causes confusion. This, in my opinion, is a spirit of confusion and fear. Number 4 is the harsh judge. This spirit leads narcissists to feel entitled and to look down on others while boasting themselves. This is self-righteous spirit, the demigod spirit, the spirit that thinks that they are a separate bloodline, they're kings and queens, and they're better than the rest of humanity. Number 5, the iron-fisted puppeteer. It's a manipulative force that pushes narcissists to control, dominate those around them. This is the spirit of control, the controlling spirit, and the spirit of Python that takes you and it constricts you and won't allow you to breathe and be your own individual. Number 6, the silver-tongued serpent. This spirit grants narcissists the ability to lie and to deceive others with ease. This is the spirit of lying, manipulation, divination. Okay, number 7, the towering inferno. This spirit ignites arrogance. This spirit makes narcissists unaware of their flaws and constantly seeking admiration. This is the pompous spirit of Leviathan and delusions. Number 8, the shadow stalker. This is the spirit that feeds on the fear of rejection, driving narcissists to uphold their false image. This is the spirit of fear, abandonment, and the cowardice spirit. When you meet the narcissist on your first date, you're going to find that what happens is you're going to find if you go back, way back into your intuition, because now you have honed your intuition, but before this, you were suppressing your intuition because you grew up in these narcissistic families. And that is one big thing the narcissist would cause you to do, is to push down your intuition and not believe your intuition. That's how we were kind of spellbound. After we wake up to this, we let our intuition tell us everything. But once you wake up to your intuition and you're able to rewind and go back into your history, into the thoughts of when you first met the narcissist on your first few dates, you're going to find that your intuition was telling you that the spirit and this individual that you were going on your first date with was empty, hollow, and soulless. Tell me I'm wrong, because I'm not. Okay, that the first thing that they did was they came at you with this weird kind of energy, and you couldn't really put your finger on it, but you knew it was different. And this is where they seduced you, because anything that's different, it's weird, it's something that you're not used to, is able to seduce you. Okay, and this was the Jezebel spirit. In my humble opinion, the first spirit that you meet out of all of these 8 spirits of control and orchestration is the Jezebel spirit. This is the one that tames you. This is the one that seduces you and takes over in the very beginning. This is the one that knocks you off your path and sidetracks you. Okay, this is the one that makes you wobble. But if you're one of the chosen ones, you're gonna wobble, but you won't fall down. How do you like that? Okay, so you're going to catch a glimpse that it's not their energy. in hindsight, you're going to know this. Once you wake up to this, you hone your intuition, you understand what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a spirit. You're not dealing with a physical individual, or the physical individual is wearing a spiritual energy from somebody else, meaning it's their last supply. You know how we always say when they devalue and discard the last supply, then they're love bombing a new supply. Well, what they're doing is they're love bombing the new supply with the old supply's energy. Okay, so what they're doing is they're taking they're leaving the old supply, but they always have like a golden child in a family unit, the golden child and the black sheep. Okay, well, the same thing goes or pertains for the narcissist when they're a single individual. Let's say we're going to use a single female, but it could be a single male as well. So the single female, they came out of a household where their mother and father had a golden child and they had a black sheep. The black sheep happens to be you, the empath. The golden child happens to be the narcissist. So the same thing occurs in a relationship. So you have a single female. The single female is the narcissist. I'm just using that because I'm a male. And that's what I dealt with. So the single female is the narcissist. They're going to always have a golden child male partner, and they're going to have a black sheep male partner, and they can switch and adjust. Okay, you know, the black sheep can become the golden child later down the road when they revalue. So first, you know, what do? They idolize, and then they re-idolize, right? So the re-idolization would be like revaluing you. Okay, to evalue you, to revalue. Okay, depending. If you've revived your energy, then they're ready to come back to you. If they're done dealing with whatever narcissist injury you've given them, they're ready to revalue you. So they're going to re-idolize you. Okay, so that could be a black sheep that has now become a golden child. But they're always going to have a golden child and a male partner, and they're going to have a black sheep male partner at all times, because they're going to always have to devalue somebody, blame somebody for all their misfortunes, while they uphold all these amazing things about this partner that can do no wrong, that they're in front of, that they're ready to date. Okay, that's why they devalue before they discard, because when they're devaluing before they discard, then they are projecting on you all of their negative energy, and it's your fault. It's not their fault, and it's nobody else's fault, but it's your fault. And so with you growing up in a reactionary home, you're going to be reactive to these responses, meaning you're going to wear you're going to wear your experiences on your shoulders. You're going to wear you're going to react instead of respond. So you're going to be emotional. You're going to be taught out of the narcissistic family to react and not respond. This is what you were taught. So this is part of the grooming. This is what narcissists look for when they're looking for a love partner. Somebody who reacts and doesn't respond. Because if you respond and don't react, then they won't get fuel off you. It won't open you up. So when you wear your feelings on your shoulder, so to speak, there we go. When you wear when you wear your emotions on your shoulders, it opens you wide open like a clam to accepting whatever they're going to throw at you. So all they have to do is get you to react. And so then when you react to a situation that's not yours, you didn't do anything, but you're passionate and you've been taught this way, you're going to go, what are you talking about? Why are you blaming me? Okay. And then that opens you wide open, and they're going to fling all of their negative energy onto you and flip it with you. That's why they go away walking away smiling. You go away walking away depressed and grouchy, because you're wearing their energy now. They flipped it on you. The demons in them have flipped it on you. They're like this. When they are about to get you to react, the demons are already over you. And whenever you decide to react, boom, they jump into you, and then they take your good soul energy and they wear it. That's why they always look perfect when they're out and about, wearing that mask. That's why they call you the in-house family garbage bin, because you're the only one that has fuel that's worth wearing. The innocent fuel, the pure fuel, the good-hearted fuel, the truthful fuel. So that's why everybody always throws and flings their crap on you, gets you reactionary in the family when you're growing up, and then you accept it because you don't know any better. That's why you're called the in-house family garbage bin. Well, that's what the narcissist looks for when they're looking for a love partner. They're looking for an in-house family garbage bin. You, another empath, the black sheep. They want that as a partner, because they can't have another narcissist as a partner. They need somebody that they can wear their fuel and throw their crappy fuel off, their negative energy fuel, their sin soul energy, I call it, onto you, while they flip the energy with you. And you got to be unawoke, because if you're awoke, you're going to reject it. You're going to gray rock. And when you gray rock, you're not going to give them anything. When they yell at you, you're just going to sit there like, well, you know not to react, because you know if you react, it opens you up like a clam and you're going to accept whatever gets thrown at you. But at some point in time, you're going to realize, hey, I'm just going to sit here like this, staying close to my frame. And when I stay close to my frame, you can say whatever you want. I just don't believe it. I don't agree with it. You're nuts. You're crazy. And I'm not going to accept it anymore. And when you act like that and you don't say anything, you say nothing, and you refuse it, they have to go find somebody else to fling it on. They're going to fling it all over the place. Their mask isn't going to look good. And that whole fuel matrix they built off of your fuel, because you are the center of the fuel matrix. When you're the super empath, when you're an empath that's unawoke, man, you grew up, you were used to getting pounded all the time with negative activity. You were meant to take it. You can handle it. I mean, you aren't supposed to, but you were taught this way, and this is all you know. And when this is all you know, but you're a good individual, and they're trying to keep you down, you were brought up in this negative demonic family. You were built a truth teller, a truth seeker, a lover, somebody that wants to rise high with a good vibration. And you never had an advantage. You never had the opportunity. You were always pushed down. You were always dumped on. You were always given an inferiority complex. You were always given poor judgment, and any vision that you had that was good that you expressed to your family, they would destroy it. They would sidetrack it. Well, this is what happens when you meet the narcissist. They just pass the baton. So if your mother was a narcissist or your father was a narcissist, they pass the baton right off to your boyfriend or your new husband or your new wife, and they just do the same thing. And that's why a lot of times when you meet your first lover, whoever it is that's the same sex, maybe your mother, your father, whoever, they're probably not going to like that individual. Why? Because they're taking supply from the individual in the family, the matriarch or the patriarch that's been sucking off you your whole life. Now it's getting transferred to your husband or your wife or your boyfriend or your girlfriend. That's why they don't like them. But as soon as you break up with them, wake up and decide that you're not going to take anymore, and you know you're dealing with narcissism, they become best friends. Why? Because you're not giving supply to either one of them. So now they can be friends. Do you see how evil this is? So this is what happens. What they're doing when they come to love bomb you, they're wearing the physical energy of their last empathic partner to get you. They have to wear their traits. They have to wear their qualities, their traits, their mannerisms. They've copied them. They've taken them from them when they projected onto them, and that last partner accepted it. That's why when they come to love bomb you, they've taken a few days to do some kind of data mining, to do some kind of research, to find out what's the best way that what's the best mask these devils could wear. A few days before your date. Usually when you meet them, you don't go on a date right away. You wait a few days. That's because they got to prepare. They got to prepare that mask, those devils inside of them. What's the best way we could seduce this individual so we could use them and suck them dry? But see, the problem is you went in covenant with them, you agreed to it. And because you agreed to it, then there's a price to pay. You have to accept what comes with the covenant. What comes with the covenant is you're in a partnership with them, you're in agreement with them, you're in agreement with them, you're backing them up, you're in a relationship with them. So you have to accept all that comes with them, and you actually give them a stamp of approval, because if you are a good individual, just them being with you gives them a stamp of approval, because they're just hanging out with you, they're dating you. So anybody that knows you is going to say, well, if they're with him, they gotta be a good individual, because he wouldn't be with anybody that's evil. You see, and this is all on a covert level. Demonic orchestration on a covert level. So this is what is going on. Meanwhile, you're being devalued, discarded, and destroyed behind closed doors, but nobody knows that. When they go out and about, they're wearing your energy, you're wearing theirs. And when they take you out in the midst of friends and relatives, they'll ploy active, detailed things to trigger you, to make you reactive, to freak out, so that you look like a fool, so you look crazy, so you look like an abuser, when you're nothing of the sort. They're just wearing your energy and you're wearing theirs, because you have no idea that you've been accepting it, and you don't even know why you're acting the way you are. You're burning off their fuel, their negative fuel, every day. But when you wake up and you refuse it, and you stay close to your frame and you gray rock them, it's over. Their whole fuel matrix, they built a whole fuel matrix around you. They have several love partners they built around you. See, because you put off so much fuel, you're like a generator. You put off so much fuel that you're fueling their whole web of lies. You're so powerful. They don't want to let you go. You're a super empath, unawoke. You're a chosen one, unawoke. They built a whole army off of your fuel, and you're fueling the whole thing. So when you leave them, or they leave you, and they think they can get you back and you refuse them, unbeknownst to them, well, all the flying monkeys, they start to disappear. They're war soldiers, because they're the Wicked Witch, like the Wizard of Oz. All of their 4 or 5 love partners start to break down and disappear, because they're starting to fling negative fuel on them, because all their stuff's coming out, and they don't have no super empath to ride off of. They don't have no in-house empath to ride off. Their primary supply is gone, and they're not easy to find. It's kind of like a man that abuses his wife day after day after day for 20 or 30 years, and then they get divorced. Do you think he's going to be able to find a new one like that that's going to take that shit every day? No. It's very hard to find somebody like that. And that's how it is with the in-house primary supply. So if you're out there, give me a like, subscription, a thumbs up. Peace. Until next time. Soldier up, we out.